there's a part of him that does like her. Thanks, Vartan. I'm glad I didn't break the screen on your television. Um, Dan, what do you think Andrew could have done to get the veto from Gary? There's a lot that could have been done. The first thing that Andrew did that hurt himself is he complained at least the 24 hours I was there about how it was unfair that Gary was in the house as opposed to now if I'm Gary, that's the last thing I want to hear. There's a lot of things you can say to Gary to start forging a relationship really quickly to ensure that he would use the veto on him. So, for example, if I'm Andrew, I'm getting Gary to use the veto on me. I'm keeping Gary in the game, and I'm somehow working on Emmett to put up Tala, and I'm telling Emmett that I'm going to vote. Excuse me, I'm going to get Emmett to put up Jillian, and just promise him that I would vote out Andrew, but I really wouldn't do that. So it's a little convoluted and really hard to explain in 2 minutes, but there are some moves to get someone to use the veto on you. I've been fortunate enough where that's happened a few times. Um, how is it possible that the HOH door is also the front door? It's not. There's two doors on the high level. One is in the front of the house. It's a front door. Then there's an HOH on the back. Um, who would I vote out now, Andrew or Tal? For me, it's easy choice. I'd vote out Andrew because he would not be willing to work with anyone, and he's more of a physical threat, and he's more liked in the jury. That's all based on my impressions and being in the house and what Gary told me. You love the shorts. I'm glad you liked the shorts a mile away. I came this close to letting him go after season 14, but I think I kept him for that reason. Stop answering dumb questions. The bracelet already. All right, so those of you, uh, before I left, the last thing I did is I went up into the HOH room and left a bracelet for Emmett. And I've playing, being in the house with Emmett, I got a really good insight to his game, and I got to experience um, that firsthand in terms of how everyone really wanted to work with him. And leaving him the bracelet was just kind of, I told him he reminded me of Memphis. Leaving him the bracelet was nothing more than just, from one competitor to another, just letting him know that I understood what he was trying to do and I respected it. Who do I think will win the game? Okay, so this is the $100,000 question. Who do I think will win Big Brother Canada? After being in that house, I can't tell you how shocked I was to see that everyone in that house had some relationship with Emmett, and none of them, most of them, the majority of them, weren't willing to take a shot at him. If you look at the whole season, who took a shot at Emmett? He was put up week 1, and he hasn't been touched since. That's not easy to do. Not being on the block after a veto is staying out of that trouble, being such a physical threat, being in a showmance. He's insulated to win this game very, very well. Now he's not there yet. There could be a big move yet. He's got to he's got to secure himself the whole way here, either winning HOH or a veto. But someone's gonna have one more shot to take it, Emmett. I'm almost 1,000% sure someone will have a shot at Emmett. I don't know if they're going to take it, and if they don't, then that's just more credit to him. He's going to have to win his way there a little bit, but I think he gets to the end. It's hands down. He might be able to win unanimously. He's played a very, very solid game. Um, What do I think of the look of the veto? I like the look of their veto. Obviously, it's very different. Ours, the U.S. version is metal and gold and smaller, and their veto is larger and clear see-through. I think it's cool that, I like how Canada took the format but put their own Canadian maple syrup flavored twist and made it their own. So you're not watching the exact replica of the U.S. version, and it's cool to see how they styled it different. I definitely, it's refreshing to see from a different perspective. But of course, with the U.S. version, you like to go back and watch and see, the standards they set. So it's cool. I think it's a different twist, but a different style. But I like both. Will Chelsea ever play Big Brother? She already did. She played in a mock Big Brother weekend, and she voted me out of the house. Who did I bond with the most in the house? Wow, that's a good question. I think on a game level, Emmett and I talked the most, probably game. I really liked hanging out with Tala. She was a lot of fun. They were all fun. Even Andrew was a lot of fun. He's super snarky and sarcastic. I'd say on a game level, Andrew and I had the least in common, but he was still, everyone was really fun to hang out with. And I was really surprised at how nice everyone was to one another. It was with the money being so close. Next, do I love it, Janet? Yes, I do love it. Um, Dan is applying for Big Brother 1 year out of high school. Bad idea. No, as long as you're 21 or whatever the age requirement is. Was Gary fun to be around? Yes, June boy. Gary was a lot of fun to be around. Um, Andrew had told me that at some point Gary snaps and has a tantrum, but I never saw that. Gary was nothing but a lot of fun for me to be around. What is my advice for Tala? For her, she's in a position here where people are going to underestimate her. If she could string together a competition win or two and have a damn convincing speech, she's still got a shot. If she were the one to take out Emmett, that's worth a vote or two in the jury house if I'm sitting there, no, regardless of what she's done to this point. If she's the one to take down Emmett, that's a big move. Did I bring any of Gary's glitter home to Chelsea? No, I did not. I brought no glitter, came back to the States. Will I be doing live commentary in the American version? Blazer wants to know. This is my first time doing live commentary. It's really all depends on your feedback. If you guys have enjoyed it, I've had a lot of fun doing this, interacting with you guys during the commercials. It's something I just would have fun doing. So if you guys do want to do this, there's one thing you can do that will show me that you do want me to do this for the US version. If you're watching the stream right now, in the bottom left corner, there's a purple button that says follow. If you click that, it'll let me know that you're following me, and it'll also let you know the next time I go live when I stream games. It'll send you an email. So if you want me to continue to do this for other live episodes, whether Big Brother US, I would love to do it, but I just want to make sure that you guys would want to watch it. So there's one way to do it, hit the follow button in the lower left corner. It's purple, and that'll let me know, hey Dan, we want you to do this for Big Brother US. Okay, we'll probably take another 10 minutes worth of questions. And let me just check Twitter here because I don't like, it's hard to, as you guys know, I'm slightly obsessed with Twitter. I don't want to ignore people on Twitter. Someone just said they got misted. All right. Anyways, all right. So back to you guys. Sorry about that. All right. So who was my favorite house guest? You have to clarify that. Favorite to be around, favorite game player, favorite cook. The show is filmed in Ontario. Excuse me. I just burped. Quista, there's no plans to do live commentary for the eviction tomorrow. Will I go to the finale? Right now, I'm deciding if we're going to go or not. It's looking, I don't want to say it. I don't know yet if I'm going to the finale and or rap party. Big Brother was very nice and extended invitation, but we'll see. We got to check the schedule. All right, what house guest would you hang it with outside of the house? Emmett's a lot. Like I said, Emmett reminds me a lot of Memphis. He's a hustler. He told me a story about how he went to the U.S., bought some jet skis for the sole purpose to go back to Canada and resell the jet skis. I mean, that's a hustler. That's, doing whatever you can to make some money. And, I really enjoyed hanging out with him. And I enjoyed hanging out with everyone. It was really just a fun experience. Like I said, that was the first time in the Big Brother house where I truly enjoyed everyone's company at all times. It was really fun. How long will I be in New Jersey? I'll be in New Jersey, I think, Friday and Saturday. Around that June 1st, I'm going to be speaking at Rider University. So I'm going to try to do a meetup in New Jersey either the end of the last day in May or June 1st. I don't know yet. Who told you to stop that the most while you were there? I did get yelled at by Big Brother Canada while I was there. It was for talking about production. Did I like ketchup chips? Yes, I love ketchup chips. I've never seen them in the U.S., but they were so good. Okay, guys, you need to calm down with the caps. I'm gonna take a question from Twitter. Who do I think who does Jillian have the best chance to win against? I think Jillian's best chance would probably be to go against Tala. As of right now, if things were to stop right now, based on the moves Tala has and has not made, um, I would say Jill's best chances are against Tala. What are my thoughts about when I spilled about the moose? Right when right when the moose talked to me, I went out and I said, "Hey, have you guys talked to the moose?" And then Jill came flying over to me and was like, "What moose? What are you talking about?" She started running around, and I'm like, "Okay, they don't know about the moose. I need to backpedal." And I made something about Gary talking outside like a moose. So I obviously knew the second I said it. I'm like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but as long as I didn't admit that there was a talking moose, there's that. Who do I predict for first and second place? I think Emmett has the best shot to win this game. I mentioned that before. He's in a great position, and he's done a lot of hard work to build those relationships to make people like and trust him. And that's an element that I can respect because that's what I try to. One of the aspects of my game is you try to get to know everyone at a personal level, let them do the talking, form relationships because at some point when you have that relationship, you can tap them for a favor. And it's just a matter of when you tap them and how strong a relationship you have. And Emmett's got a, the best way to describe it is he's very well insulated in this game right now. Taylor did a great job hiding the fact that she knew about the moose. I believe the ending of Big Brother Canada, the end game is going to be similar to the U.S. version based on conversations I had with the producer. I wouldn't expect anything crazy different in terms of how the end game is played out. Missed that. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that, and I like your Twitch name. Still no word on Gary. His eye got cut with glass. Whoa, that's crazy. Am I going to do impressions? Yeah, I will. Tomorrow, by Friday, I'm going to put up a video answering the rest of the Twitter questions with the hashtag AskDG, and possibly I can write a quick blog post about my first impressions of everyone now that the episode's over. Next time me and go in there, I need to burn one of my candles. That's funny, missed that. All right. What did Emmett's chess game tell me about his big brother play? Emmett's a solid chess player. He knows what he's doing. I like that segment of the last episode, not this one, the one before, the chess segment. It was cool to see him relate Big Brother to chess. Are there doctors in the DR? No, the only thing that's in a DR is a chair, a big chair, and a camera. That's it, and another door. How crazy did the house guests react when when I said I had the power to evict someone? They didn't act crazy. They just looked shocked. Some of them got like big looks in their eye, jaw dropped. They're like, "What's going on?" And I could almost feel their heart beats increase. It was cool for me to see that because anytime you can have some fun with the house guests without ramification, that's what I'm all about. Would I ever take a production job with Big Brother? I don't know. It depends on what they'd want me to do. Do I ever watch the live feeds? Yes. I've watched the live feeds in some U.S. versions. It all depends on the house guest. So if there's house guests I'm particularly interested in or really like their gameplay, then I'll watch the live feeds. Since I've been home, I have seen some of the live feeds of Big Brother Canada because now I actually know these people. I say in quotation marks as much as you can know someone in 24 hours. But it's cool to check in on them, and like the live feeds from my special Canadian satellite feed. Milk in the bag, how was that? Having milk from a bag, I don't think I actually drank it. What did I think of the people in the jury? I don't know the people in the jury, so I don't have an opinion on them because I didn't meet them. Good night, Chrissy. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys had fun.